If you are building or renovating or wish to landscape your existing garden, then taking action on what you learn in this short training video will be one of the most valuable things you do for years. That's a big statement, but I can say that because it will help you avoid the number one most costly mistake people make when doing a landscape project. And that is creating a design that far exceeds the budget to construct it. It's not the dream. That's not the problem. No matter the size of your project, every design has a constraint of having to meet a budget. So what causes a design to go so wrong? There are many reasons projects might not come in on budget, but by far the number one reason is lack of planning in the early phases. The usual process is to finish the concept design, then have it costed for construction. Most construction estimates are a shock to the client. When shortcuts are taken early on and people rush into the design phase, then they do not discover all of the options they had, or what they really wanted to invest in. Without getting a full needs and options review conducted before the design is created, leads to blowout of design time, budget, and enthusiasm for the project. Discovering your real needs and options too late leaves you crying, if only I'd known. That is why we created the Needs and Options Review. There are 5 points during the process of a project where you have the opportunity to make changes. The first one is the Needs and Options Review. Second one is the concept design. Third, the design development stage where materials and plants are selected. After that, in step 4, some minor alterations may occur because of engineering or building surveyor instructions. Now, if you discover better options early on, then you can make the changes effortlessly. Make the changes later on and the costs can really add up and frustration set in. Or worse, live in a house where your outdoor space fell far short of the dream you started with. This little chart gives an indication of how cost increases over time. As you can see, at the beginning, during the Needs and Options Review phase, costs to change are very inexpensive. But as we get further on in the project, all the way down to the construction phase, changes can cost a great deal more. And that's not even counting the time that it takes and project delays. A picture tells 1,000 words. With a Needs and Options Review, you will never have to utter those tragic words, if only I'd known. Take a look at this graph. Time is on the bottom. As time progresses, the opportunity to make changes decreases. This is common sense. It is a lot easier to change the location of a concrete footing before it's been placed in the ground. Now this graph represents the relative cost to make a change. As you can see, as time progresses, changes get increasingly more expensive. The best time to make a change is at the beginning of a project. This is why a thorough Needs and Options Review should be your first step. As Abraham Lincoln said, "If I had 9 hours to chop down a tree, I'd spend the first 6 sharpening my axe." Lincoln understood that proper preparation early on can save a lot of time and effort in the long run. Or put in a common modern term, measure twice and cut once. When we overlay these two graphs, you can see that at the beginning of a project, the opportunity for change is greatest, and the cost to make a change is least. It is at this point in the process that we want to thoroughly explore all of your options. This is why a proper Needs and Options saves time and money. You may be asking, do I need an Options and Review? Here's a quick test to find out. Take out a pen and paper and give yourself a score for each of the following questions. First question, how clear are you exactly on what you need on a scale of 0, not at all, to 10, completely? Question 2, out of 10, how clear are you on all of the options your site will accommodate? Out of 10, how confident are you that you're aware of the legal requirements? Okay, out of 10, how aware are you of the process you will need to have in place to get the project completed on time and on budget? Our last question here. Out of 10, how confident are you that your budget will achieve your needs? 0, not at all, to 10, completely. Okay, go ahead and tally up your score, and don't worry about not being able to answer all of these questions 10 out of 10 yet. The Needs and Options review will allow us to fill the gaps and get you ready to move to the design phase. The first step you will need to complete is the Needs and Options review. We have designed this process because we see a huge issue in the design and construction industry of people starting design and construction before they had fully done their research and homework. We see many building projects going over time and over budget. The consequence of inadequate upfront research of needs and options is like building a house on bad foundations. The foundations are the most important part of the whole house because everything is built on top. It's very expensive to change the foundations once you've started to build on top of them. But, on the other hand, it's very easy to change them if they are simply lines on a plan. This is what makes us different. We spend more time on the research than most other firms who rush their clients into design phase. We take a different approach. In fact, we will only work with clients who are prepared to do the needs and options review properly. We will not rush this step. It only causes cost overruns later if we take shortcuts and don't establish solid foundations. The needs and options review is the most important step because it lays the foundation for a successful project. Once complete, the valuable insights you gain from this first phase can be used by us or any other design firm and will ultimately produce a better result for you. Can I save money by not paying for a needs and options review? Sure, you can skip this step or meet with someone who gives you a few ideas for free before rushing you into the design phase. Answer: not investing the time a full needs and options review can be the most expensive decision you make during your project. The most cost-effective time to discover all your options is now. I just want to thank you for watching this brief training video. We look forward to working with you. To book your needs and options session, complete the form below. You'll see it right below this video. Someone will contact you shortly to schedule a suitable time. Till then, thank you.